I'll tell you a quick story about myself. I'm born. I was born in Ghana. I came here. I lived with my grandma when I was in Ghana.
Yep.
So I never knew my dad and my biological mom. And my dad was up here in Canada, North America, trying to get established. So he brought me and a couple of siblings over when I was like 7 years old. I never been back. And he stayed with us for like 2.5 years. Then he went back home to go build a house and all that stuff. And he got comfortable and he got stuck down there and he never came back. And he just abandoned all of us, you know?
Yeah.
And so in the meantime, I lived on Jane Street, like Jane and Finch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I lived like as a youth, and then we lived there for like 18 years. So you know what happens if you're a young black male growing up in those areas, you're gonna get caught up.
Yeah.
So I got caught up with drugs and all that type of lifestyle, selling it. And in 2008, I got 6.5 year sentence.
Holy shit.
I thought my life was over. And when I went in there, God was like, yeah, come here. I've been waiting for you, man. I have to tell you some stuff. I needed to get you alone to give you the real information. and then he basically started like ministering to me and talking to me and all that type of stuff. And then when I came out, I just changed things around. And the conversation I had with him, it's like talking to my counselor, because obviously it's like you're inside talking to you. And he was like, listen, everything you want, I want you to have it. I just want you to do it in a good way. Because if you don't do it in a good way, everybody's going to follow you and it's not going to be good. So I said, I agree. And somehow I blinked and I'm running my own business now. I was doing construction and all that stuff when I got out. And then I built myself up to doing this business.
That's pretty cool.
And this is the beginning, because I have a youth foundation. And I don't like saying youth. I have a foundation that I started, but I haven't really got things into high gear. It's a mentorship program to mentor youth so they could divert from getting in the same situation that I went in. So this is the big plan. I want to be able to minister to them in a good way, and just whoever I could help curve their path a little bit, that's what we're asking for. The biggest testimony I have is my son's 17, the oldest one, and my youngest one's 15.
Wow,
and,
great.
And they're actually at work with me right now.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, they're gonna close. That's so huge for me, because they could, coming from where I'm coming from, 15 and 17-year-olds are still, that's when they begin all their bad stuff. That's when they're like, they don't listen to their parents, and they start doing all the stuff that they'll do. And I caught them at a good age, because now, like, we're together. So I don't live with them, but like we work together and I can see them anytime. But I give them information. I'm slowly trying to guide them into this thing. I'm telling them about meditation, but at the same time, I give them room to grow, because I know in time, and when they see more stuff from me, they'll gravitate towards it.
Yeah, it takes time. You got to be patient.
Yeah, and I'm not even asking for much, because as long as they're around me, they're getting something.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I mean, that's a very important thing to be put out as a goal. So, Douglas, you just took the Silva Method course. We did the online course, and there's some pretty wow situations for you where some really cool things and fantastic things happened. Do you want to share a little bit about what you got out of the course and what kind of things came up for you, which you'd like to share with other people?
Yeah, sure. I come from a Christian background where back home in Ghana, my grandma's house was the church, so to speak. Like neighbors will come over and they'll just sing and praise God. You know, I don't remember them. There wasn't no appointed pastor or anything. It was just, come, let's just have a good time. Let's just sing and praise God and just be happy together, you know? Yeah. So, like, I still remember the songs to this day. I just turned 40 this year, and I still remember some of the songs to this day. And I left there when I was 7 years old and I've never been back. So that shows you how powerful, like, the whole Christian thing has on me. So my older son's name is Messiah, and my youngest son's name is Malachi. You know what I mean? And my daughter's name is Angel.
Wow.
I mean, and my name is Douglas. But so church was always a part of me. And the thing that I find different from the Silva Method program and my Christian background is that when you go to church, they just tell you to pray. They don't tell you how to pray, what you're really doing, what's the formula, what to expect. Like they just tell you to pray and God will take care of it. He'll do something. And it's like there's a lot of people in church right now that are hurting. They need more than just pray and it's a mystery and somebody's gonna figure something out for you. You know, they need more understanding. And because they lack that understanding, they could be blown away wherever the wind blows, right? Like somebody says, go over here, you're gone, right? There's no concrete foundation. So the Silva Method program has taught me things like going deeper. Like, you know, when we're meditating and stuff, what does that mean? Going deeper and deeper, you know, being able to relax your body. Do you know how much people are in church tense? They're praying, you know, and they're saying the right stuff, but they're tense. You know, they never learn to relax your body and just let things come to you because they're so in fear. Like, God, please, I need this, I need this, I need it. They're tense, like physically tense and emotional and all types of levels tense. You know, so when you get to the Silva Method program, you learn how important it is to just relax your body. Don't even start to even talk until your body is relaxed. You know what I mean? If your body's not relaxed, don't, you're just wasting your time. That's how I feel, you know? So my mom's 73 years old, 73 years old, and she's a good person, devoted Christian and all that stuff. And I said to her, Mom, you're 73 years old and you still haven't learned to pray properly. I feel mad. I'm 40 years old and I just learned to pray properly. So I'm like, you know, the pain and I'm angry and excited at the same time because I feel like I could just help some people, those I want to be helped, and I'm upset at the same time because there's so many people that are stuck there and they're gonna continue to be stuck there because they just don't know how. They don't know what to do.
Wow. So for you, you really got a deeper connection with God through this process.
Yeah, I was sharing a little bit earlier where I had this dream because I think I'm on a quest for freeing people. You know, I call it that, but I don't like to say it too much. I like to word it better because it's something. What do you mean freeing people? You know, it sounds weird. You know, so I try to articulate the words better. You know, well, let me teach you some formulas on how you could express yourself better. But it's really freeing people. You know, and I recently had a dream. You know, it's a long dream. I won't tell all of it because it's long, but where a lot of different things were happening in the dream. It's one of those dreams where you're like, whoa, there's way too much meaning in this because it was like so many different weird things happening, you know? It wasn't like a one-cut dream. And one of it, the dream started off with me getting kicked out of a church at somebody's funeral. I get kicked out of a church at somebody's funeral because the pastor that was running the funeral asked 3 questions and you have to raise your hands to respond, and I didn't have my hands raised up for none of them. This was in a dream. And then after I got pointed out, hey, why are you raising your hand, and blah, 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 and I get kicked out the church. And then so later on, when I learned to go to my counselors for interpretation of the dream, they let me know that the meaning behind that part was since I'm in this type of work, I'm willing to engage myself in this type of work, I'm gonna be encountering a lot of people that have that Christian background and they're stuck on religion. And you know, there might be a little bit of conflict because they're gonna be telling me this. I don't argue with nobody. I let everybody keep their same opinion, whatever they want. But if you're willing, I'll share what I know. But you know, so I saw where like my counselors were just letting me know that just look out for these type of things because even pastors will be mad. You know, if you're telling the truth too much to their people, they lose money, they lose people. You know, how to interpret my dreams. In the past, if I had a dream, one of those type of dreams, I'll be calling 101 pastors trying to find out what's the meaning of this, because we're taught to believe that like dreams have like meaning and it's this and that and that. So now I actually have learned how to go to my counselors and interpret my own dream, which I find is very, very powerful.
And when you say counselors, you mean the counselors that you received in your virtual laboratory through
Yes.
meditation of the Silva method?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
There's probably different, I hear people saying, oh, I do mindfulness. I do a mindfulness meditation. I have an app on my phone and I do it every morning and stuff. And I said, that's cool. You know, that's a good start. But in my head, I'm like, I bet you don't have counselors. You haven't learned about, you know, because that's like a deeper level, right? Whereas I feel like the counselors are like guardian angels, so to speak, because they're not part of this world. If like mine are not, like they're passed away, right? They're not part of this world, so I feel like they don't have the hangups that we as human beings have right now. So I feel like I could only go so far in regards to the levels, but having a counselor, it feels good because I feel like they have access infinite information to all the knowledge out there. So where I might be struggling to go deeper, that's where they come in. They have all the answers. So knowing that I can rely on somebody to refer the answers back to me is very good. And I know it's all me doing it, but it's there's something there. There's something that I can't explain.
So it's like having your own pastor, your own counselors, your own coaches, who are able to guide you the way that you need to be guided without any hangups.
Yes, and I was so shocked because I recently had this dream this week, and because you have given me this tool, you have taught me these tools. I didn't even have to call you. I had a dream. I'm like, oh yeah, go to your lab and ask for interpretation. That's it.
That's it.
I went to the lab, I asked for interpretation, and I was like, boom, 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 and it all made sense. Every single one of them did, all made sense.
So you're finding that you have more tools available to yourself to solve your own problems.
Correct, and that's big. It's huge.
And do you find is it quicker than what you did before?
Yeah, because like I said, I would be calling 101 pastors because my background is African. So there's a lot of African pastors that believe that they're the special one and God talks to them only and they pay them amount of money and then they'll help you with your problems. Now, like, you don't need those people because if you're in tune enough, you're capable of having your counselors interpret your own dreams and that type of stuff.
So you have a direct line to God, as it were.
A direct line to God, yeah.
And that's what it really is about, right? Is that if we're made in the image of God, then we have that ability to connect with Him directly.
Yeah, and so say when I got out of prison and then I started doing construction and I started doing some other side work and stuff. One day I had enough. I pulled over my car to the side and I said, God, just give me the blueprint. I don't know where it is, but give me the blueprint and I will follow. Give me the blueprint, I'll follow. And I didn't even know how powerful that was because immediately I got a thing on my YouTube, my phone, like a notification for some Facebook thing. I clicked on it. One guy was talking. I clicked on another thing. One guy was talking, and then it led me to some gentleman by the name of Bob Proctor. He was in the movie The Secret, and then I took some of his programs, and then he taught me about business and how to just conduct myself and do good business. But then I realized that on my search, remember I asked for the blueprint. So God started giving it to me in increments. I didn't even realize. So after I finished that program, I became somewhat of a success because I'm in business. So I learned how to conduct myself and do good business. But then I knew that there was something more. I knew that I was missing something. And that was like the energy part of it. I knew that my spirit needed to get strong. Mentally, I was equipped with the knowledge, but now I need something for my spirit. And then that's where the Silva Method came about. I don't even know how I found the Silva Method, to be honest with you. I don't even know. I was probably doing some YouTube stuff. I don't know, Once again, it goes back to me asking God for the blueprint. So after he realized that I finished the theory work of this successful stuff, I somehow found, Silva. And I guess I was drawn to it because I started listening more. And then one day I said, no, I would love to get coached by one of these guys. Like I need to see them in person and so they could work with me and teach me how to relax my body and get more in the spirit. Because first I just believed, I knew. And I'm so glad. Even though we did it on Zoom, at first I was a little bit mad. I'm like, Zoom? How's this gonna work on Zoom? No, I want a real teacher to hold my hand and tell me put my hand this way and my head this way, you know? And then I still had faith. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the program. And then you reassured me. You told me that when we were able to do it in person, I could do it in person again. So I was like, okay, fine, win-win, you know? And I actually bought the program for my birthday. My birthday was February 14th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I bought the program. That was a gift for myself. I wanted to just leave everybody, go away, and go do this program. And we ended up doing it 4 Saturdays on Zoom, and it worked out. So, and there's going to be so much people that's going to take this program because they always ask me, what'd you get out of it? What'd you get out of it? From the beginning, learning about limiting beliefs was basically all I needed, because this is something we do automatically without not knowing. Yeah, they tell you speak properly, like don't say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this. But so you try to speak properly without not really understanding, you know, and just learning about limiting beliefs. The lady with the math teacher, that one was what taught me the most. The math teacher, it really had a big impact on me because I realized that just by getting rid of these limiting beliefs, you could fly. Right after that, you could fly as high as you want because those barriers are gone now. So, and we learned that probably in the first day, like the first class. So I was like, wow, that's all I needed, because you could hear yourself when you're saying it. And so you will know how to correct yourself. And when you hear yourself saying it, like you taught me that, like, just you're saying it because deep down inside you're feeling a certain way, and that's why you're speaking as such. So if you could correct that, then everything else will just take off.
Yeah, that just simple things like listening to your thoughts and the words that you say, by switching that and changing it, it immediately makes an impact on yourself.
Yeah, and I could imagine in the experiment with the teacher that the math teacher that had 20% success rate, and then after doing the program, she had 100% success rate. When she asked the kids the questions, I could imagine what they would say, because I was one of those students.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate math, what I need it for, I'm never gonna use it, it sucks, and blah, blah, blah. Once you get all that out of you, and then there's no more excuse, there's nothing left. You gotta go do the work now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So just learning that alone, because I kind of work with youth, so that's always gonna play a big role in my life. Just those skills right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something you can teach kids, and you can teach your 15 and 17-year-old boys, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Jose Silva wanted. He just wants you to share it and teach other people how to do it. You know. So that's pretty cool. Is there anything else that came up for you?
You know, it's funny. I have a friend, right? And I tell him a little bit of what's going on. And he says, you're very good, because most people that have this type of information, they keep it to themselves. But you want to like give it to people and give it to them fast and hard. I go, no, man, everybody I studied from, I took in, I read from, all they want to do is share. There's no point holding this in. It's not to be held in. There's nothing to hold. It's out there, you know?
Yeah, well, you're leading the way. You're doing the showing and the teaching and the sharing.
You know, it's funny. I'll tell you something real quick before we leave. The name of the company is called D Light, right?
Yeah.
So the D, I came up with this name in prison. The D represents the individual. And then the dash represents your path to the light.
Oh, cool.
I know. And this is something I thought about when I was in prison, just not even knowing what was about to happen.
Cool. And I thought that was your name, Douglas. Like D for Douglas.
D for the individual, the dash is for their path to the light.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I think that's an amazing way to just kind of close this off saying, wow, that what's behind what you're doing is truly towards the light.
Yes.
Wow, man. Really, really appreciate it. And your story is going to help thousands of people.
Oh, for sure. That's the main plan. Because I know how I felt. Like I said, like I didn't know my biological mom. My dad left us, and then he passed away. While I was in prison, he had cancer, and he flew over here. Imagine 30 years, you never seen this guy. He flew over here to try to come say peace and all that type of stuff. And because I was in like a federal institution, you can't just come there and visit.
Okay.
He wasn't able to come and he passed. He went back home and passed away, and I didn't get to make that peace with him. And I remember doing the Ope to the dope thing.
The Ho'oponopono.
Yes, I remember doing the exercise with you, and I had tears in my eyes, and I didn't know what it was for. Well, I knew what it was for, but I didn't know that I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to him or sorry or hi, how you doing? And I used him as one of the people that I wanted to connect with, and it was nothing but tears coming down. And I had to put the Zoom on like closed so you guys couldn't even see. It was just tears. And I'm like, wow, I had no idea. I try to remain strong and I think about it, but I had no idea it was still following me. It was still there, you know?
Yeah. These are the deep things which we need to release and let go of. Yeah. And you were able to do that.
Yes.
That's amazing. Yes. And how do you feel after that?
I feel wonderful. There's many more to come. Like, life is great. I'm gonna, it's like, I look forward to the future. I could only imagine, because I'm getting ready to really get the foundation going and work with this youth and just it's gonna be so cool.
Awesome. Well, let me know what I can do, how we can help, and we'll stand behind you as much as we can.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks so much, Douglas.
All right. Thank you.
Really, I think you're going to be you're inspiration to thousands of people.
Thank you.
If you would like to watch more videos like this, then please subscribe to my channel below. Once again, my name is Stephen Dobos, and you can download a free centering exercise. The information is in the description box below.